Roatan Island lies just off Central America, which Spain conquered 500 years ago. When the Spaniards sent plundered gold back to Europe, pirates attacked their ships, stealing the gold for a second time, sank the Spanish galleons, and these waters became the stuff of legends.
The island of Roatan in Honduras is just 70 kilometers long and about 8 kilometers wide. But don't be fooled by its little size. It's home to the second largest barrier reef in the world. So top of every diver's bucket list, including my own. So we're not wasting any time. We're heading straight into the water.
Dive master Stuart Morgan traded life in frozen Canada for the joys of island living.
We're going to go to West End Wall. This is one of my favorite dive sites. 3 of my favorite dive sites are off the western point because there's 2 currents, one on the north side of the island and one on the south side of the island that converge there. Lots and lots of fish life. You're going to see schools of barracudas, schools of permits, schools of horse-eyed jacks, every grouper that there is. 95% of all marine life is on this reef.
So we've arrived at our diving spot at the western point of the island. You can see why Roatan was so popular with the pirates back in the day, because from the top of these mountains you can see all the way to the mainland over there, and they could spot ships and decide which treasure they were going to plunder and then hide up in the mountains. A lot of the treasure hasn't been found yet, so maybe we'll run into something today, some gold, all right?
The notorious buccaneer Blackbeard sailed these routes, and every dive holds the promise of some memento from that fabled past.
The beautiful thing about Roatan, we have 3 completely different types of reef with a 15-minute boat ride. We have coral meadows. Most of the dive sites are in about 6 meters of water. Lots of turtles in that area because there's lots of sponges and lots of turtle grass. When we go around the western point and we're on the south side of the island, the same side that the cruise ships are on, that is steep, dramatic walls. Lots of lettuce leaf coral on the top, beautiful black corals on the side. Being an old pirate island, there's even a couple of dive sites where we found old pirate anchors embedded in the coral, and they've been there for hundreds of years.
The island's diving scene has such diverse attractions spread across so many reefs that you don't feel crowded. One area will see concentrated coral gardens. Another is ideal for shark sightings, shipwrecks, or eagle rays. It would take weeks to dive every site.
I've never seen coral like that, not even in the movies. It was absolutely beautiful. And with the ocean, with the state that it's in right now, with overpollution and plastics, it's just so heartening to see such beautiful marine life. Well, from the calm of the ocean to the hustle and bustle of the market, let's see what our end is up to.
Because English was the official language here during British rule, most islanders like Johan Munoz speak it, making shopping a breeze.
Standing at the most popular part of Roatan, and that is West End. What makes this such a popular choice for tourists?
Well, first of all, it's filled with culture and history, and on top of that is also the party scene of the island.
What can people expect to find right here in the market?
Just a little bit of everything: souvenirs, wood carvings, backpacks, hammocks. All this stuff is handmade by people here on the island, and it's actually sold by locals here.
So, Johan, what you might not know about me is that I'm a huge shopaholic, so I can't leave Honduras without trying some shopping.
All right, let's go inside. Let me help you out.
Central American culture is the strongest theme in Roatan.
Wow, this is fascinating.
Yeah, so right here you can see a typical example of what a Honduran village looks like. You got the homes with the tile roofs. This is made out of clay.
And is this all handmade?
Yes, that is correct. All this is handmade. That is, of course, leather.
I think what I didn't know about Honduran people is how impressive their craftsmanship is.
It is. It's totally impressive. Made by hand and made here in the island. This is all mahogany wood, too. We have a lady here actually doing a quilt by hand.
That's a treat.
Yes. She explained to me that it actually takes her 2 months to get one design done.
2 months for just one?
One design, because it's all made by hand, string by string.
Wow, impressive.
Excellence in textiles has been a local speciality since the Mayans.
Thank you so much. This is absolutely incredible.
Okay. When hunger bites, visitors find the seafood from these waters, complemented by ancient corn and bean recipes from the mainland, delicious.
What's a signature dish that I must try out?
Signature Honduran dish is called baleada. It is a flat flour tortilla with bean spread on it and a little bit of shredded cheese, and then you can add either eggs, avocado, meats. You can make it as big or as little as you want. We're gonna mix in some beans, some cheese, and some sour cream. Gracias.
And we have a baleada for the road.
Yeah, let's go. All right. How is that baleada?
It's really good.
Told you were gonna love it.
John hadn't found Blackbeard's treasure, but he could imagine it from up here.
I had an absolutely beautiful time right here in Roatan, Honduras. The people, the culture, the craftsmanship, the food is so tasty. There's nothing about Honduras that I don't love.
The Roatan has definitely stolen our hearts. We could just picture the pirates back in the day sitting up on the mountaintop going, "Which ship should we plunder next, me matey?"
We're on the highest point, and this was a highlight for me. Get what I did there?
You just ruined the moment for me now.
That was smart.
Our presenters would be returning home with magic moments, if not Spanish gold. The allure of the seas had more than delivered on the promise and adventure which her name suggests. A view our presenters shared with the winners of SABC3 and Top Billing's Caribbean Cruise Competition. The 7 days on board this 16-passenger deck cruise ship were beyond what Claudetta Sono and her friend Matlohonolo Mlilwana ever imagined.
Good, how are you? Teresa, take me through the moment when you got the call. How did you feel?
Top Billing has changed my life. I was over the moon. I was ecstatic. I didn't believe it. This is actually my first time traveling internationally, so it's literally a dream come true.
It's been a mind-blowing experience. I'll do this over and over again. There is so much to do. You never get bored, literally, but you're always tired.
The best kind of tired. Until the following morning anyway.
What has been your highlight of being in the cruise liner so far?
I expected it to be simple, but they have so many activities here. We have daytime activities, nighttime activities, and the fact that we're surrounded by happy people. It's amazing.
A month on this ship wouldn't be enough to experience everything it offers. That evening, John and Ayanda decided to try a curry evening while cruising the West Indies.
Jonathan, what was your highlight?
Just hanging out with you in the Caribbean.
Seriously?
Seriously, 100%. Just hanging out with you, having adventures. It's been an awesome time.
Well, there you have it. This has been definitely a holiday worth taking.
With thanks to our outstanding hosts from Cruises International, local representative of Royal Caribbean International in South Africa. You can find them at cruises.co.za.